So if you've clicked on this video, you're probably somewhere in your job search journey. And in today's video, I want to share 5 job search strategies that you can implement right now that I think will dramatically improve your chances of finding a new job much, much quicker. This is not going to be your typical video where I tell you that you need to create a professional resume and you need to write a good cover letter. Those are things that everybody's doing. The job market is so competitive right now. The question you've got to ask yourself is, what can you do differently to stand out above the rest? The first part of your job search strategy that I think you need is you need to understand your value proposition. So when you're on the job market, you're a commodity that's for sale. So you need to be able to understand what value prospective employer is going to get by hiring you. Are they going to get a good analyst? Are they going to get a hard worker? Are they going to get a people's person? Are they going to get somebody who is efficient or productive? What is your value proposition? What do you bring to the table? Do you understand this? And if the answer to that question is yes, I do understand my value proposition, the second thing I would then ask you is, do you align your personal brand to your value proposition? Now you're gonna be like, well, Matthew, what the hell does that mean? It means that if somebody's reading your LinkedIn profile, are they very clearly going to see when they read your profile, Joe Blogg, personal assistant, versus Joe Bloggs, I am an efficient, hardworking, organized, analytical person with 10 years experience in the maritime sector. That's the difference. Your personal brand and your value proposition need to speak to each other so that at a glance, anybody who comes across you is going to go, ha, this is what this person has to offer. Remember, in the whole job search engine, it's a very, very high volume screening process. So people are just running through resumes, looking for keywords, and then putting people into boxes. Cast aside, look later, good candidates. And the way we put together our value propositions and our personal branding is going to determine in which bucket we land in. So those are my first 2 job search tips. Now don't make this job search mistake. Don't battle on your own. Leverage your network. You know people, and those people know people. I think that people feel maybe when they're in the job market or they're unemployed, they feel a little bit shameful. They don't want to reach out. They don't want to ask for help. You need to remember that your referrals, people that are going to vouch for you, people that are going to find opportunities for you, that you're going to get through your network. And you need to think about it this way. People are far more likely, or employers are far more likely and far more receptive to employing somebody that has come recommended to them by somebody that they trust than they are to take somebody on the open market. The other difference is very, very important. Do you want to compete on the open market against absolutely everybody else? Or do you want to try and go in through this channel where you have been highly recommended by somebody? Leverage your network. I cannot encourage you to do this enough. And one job search mistake I see very, very often is people apply for everything. This is a bad idea for 2 reasons. Number one, you get rejected because you're applying for jobs that you're just not qualified to do, and you find that incredibly demoralizing. And number 2, you're starting to distort the message of your personal brand. You cannot be everything to everyone. Do not apply if you've got 6 months of credit control. Do not apply for the financial manager job. You are not qualified to do the job. Apply for what you are qualified and capable of doing. Please, it's going to be far less demoralizing. You're going to put in far more focus, and you're going to pay proper attention to finding the jobs that are actually a good fit. And then my last tip is to learn how to interview well. It doesn't help you go through all this effort, you get yourself into an interview, and you blow it at the last hurdle. Interviewing in of itself is a little bit of an art, and it is something that you can learn to do with a little bit of practice. There is a lot of information on forums like YouTube and LinkedIn on how to improve your interview tips. I'm going to make a video about job interview tips very, very soon, so look out for that. But it is very, very important that you don't blow all that hard work to get a seat at the table in front of the right people, and then you interview terribly and they put off and they don't want to give you an opportunity. So please make sure you learn how to interview well. And my bonus tip for today is to use the job search window to grow your skills. You don't know how long it's going to take. It's competitive at the moment. It's difficult to get jobs. Unemployment rates are at all-time highs. So learn new things. Get onto Fiverr, learn how to do graphic design, learn whatever you're interested in, whatever you're passionate about, whatever you enjoy. This whole idea of monetizing what you're good at. It's a very, very good opportunity to do this during this job search window. When you pick up these skills, then you find ways to create additional sources of income. You definitely improve your morale, your focus. It makes this window period of time far less stressful and anxious. So use this window period to learn new skills. For all you know, you might use these new skills in the job that you end up going to, or these new skills may be a platform or a stepping stone or a departure point to become your new job. It may inspire you to pursue self-employment. You may do freelance and contract work for quite some time. You never know what can happen. But the window period where you can upskill and have the time to upskill is usually so rare, because when you're working and you have a full-time job, you just can't find the time. So find the opportunity in the fact that you're in this job search window and make the most of it. I hope you found these job search tips useful. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Matthew. I'm a career strategy and personal finance enthusiast. I post a new video every Sunday. So if you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.